I knew that fame happened when I would go out in public and get recognized. That it wasn't just at porn conventions. And when it happened, I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy said, hi, Angela, at the gas station. And I thought, oh, this is it, I've arrived.
Wait a minute now. Is this a woman? See, that's the problem with society. Y'all was cracking it to her? Bro, she looks like Princess Fiona from the side. She does not look like somebody would pay money to view her naked body getting a penis put inside it. I'm sorry.
I remember coming home to this beautiful marble floor.
She must got ass.
Gorgeous counters. And I went up on the counter and I just laid there and I cried. Because earlier that day, this old man was on top of me.
Oh no. What is this? Did she have a stroke? Bro, nothing on her face is attractive. And she even has ugly ears. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but how you have ugly ears? She even has ugly ears. What? You paid $5.99 a month for this? $20? My bad, what is this? Go ahead,
went up
Jessica.
On the counter and I just laid there and
Jesse
I cried.
James.
Because earlier that day, this old man was on top of me and he was sweating all over me and his sweat would drip into my eyes. And I just look and I just stare at the money because...
What? So it was money on the counter? I don't think that's not what... I don't know. That's not... Are you were a corn star or you were a breast cord? What are you talking about? You just turned around and you saw some money and you were like, you know what? I don't know if this is sweat or I don't know if this is milk. I don't know if this is apple juice, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Come on now.
The only difference between rape in that moment was the money.
No, because rape is not consensual. That is not the only thing. See, this is why we don't believe a lot of what comes out of y'all mouth. The only difference between rape and what you were experiencing was not the money. The only difference between that and that is you were having consensual occurrences. And you got paid for it. What are you talking about?
And that's what my life became about.
It's real
I no longer had friends. I didn't have my family. Money is what I'd have in one hand and a bottle of alcohol in the other when I went to bed. Pornography took everything.
No. See, you took everything, your choices. Don't blame it on the job. That's what you chose to do. It was your choices. Now, ultimately, the most important thing that you can have is your ability to make good choices, right? Your intelligence. When I was younger, I said that same thing. Not about that, but I said to my homeboy, Lo, I said, man, weed is destroying my life. And you know what he said? He said, no, you're destroying your life. You're just using weed to do it. If you weren't smoking weed, it would have been something else. So don't blame the weed, because weed is beautiful. Weed came from God. Weed came from the earth. And I say the same thing about you. It's not about what you're doing necessarily. It's about the decisions that you're making. It could have been driving fast cars. It could have been shop. It could have been anything. You already had the predisposition to be self-destructive. And you just used corn to do it. So don't blame the industry. Blame your decision-making skills and critical thinking abilities. Let's go. That little ass car. What's that, a Mazda?
I love cooking. Obviously, by looking at me, I'm one of the only ones that know how to cook. That's why I have this size. You definitely don't have to film that part. Pretend like
What did I tell you? You love cooking, but you ordering Pizza Hut. That's not even good. And it was back then. How you gonna say I love cooking? Looking at me, you can't tell. I can tell that you like to eat, but cooking, you don't have to be overweight and cook at the same time. I think most people that are overweight probably can't cook. And then we go to the next scene. It's you eating 2 medium pizzas by yourself.
I don't have any bad habits. So I had a great life. I was born 5'8". I've only grown 2 inches since 3rd grade. And my father...
What is that, a still reserve?
Grown 2
Over there
inches
drinking
since 3rd grade.
211.
And
211 drinking ass. Get your ass out.
my father was a preacher. I was constantly trying to better the world, be a better person, change lives. This is me as a youth pastor. I was about 21 years old in this picture, and
why do you have that cracked ass phone? And you got Verizon? Shout out to everybody who got Verizon, but Verizon back then was nothing to talk about. You see what I'm talking about, bro? She got out the life, but she's still making bad life decisions. Why do you have a Verizon phone? Why do you not have a screen protector or a case? You're still making bad decisions with that little ass, dangerous ass car.
This is what I looked like when I got raped.
What?
My whole dream.
So you've been having teeth like this. You spent all that money and you still didn't get dental correction. You still didn't get... So you're eating Pizza Hut. You're overweight. You got that little ass, unsafe ass car. That's 3. You have Verizon. That's 4. And your phone is cracked. That's 5. And you don't have a case for your phone. That's 6. Let's see what other unhealthy decisions she makes in her life. Let's go.
Life was gone. Everything that I wanted to grow.
And she's lazy. Look, that's 7. No dish, not a glass dish in sight. Those are plastic cups. She can't be trusted with glass. She's probably a cutter. She has, what is that? Styrofoam? That's 8. So unhealthy for the environment. You already made 8 bad life decisions I already saw in 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Died on the pavement. I went from that to a party, and this guy owned this website. The model had flaked, and I was like, sign me up. I didn't call myself a porn star because I didn't know what I was doing. I just lost my virginity. I don't know up from down. But quickly people coached me. And I was booked, and I was $400. I now had the reality that there was a price tag on my body. There was harsh sex.
You already knew. You're a female. You already knew that, dude. Why are you trying to blame... Okay. Still not taking responsibility or accountability. That's 9.
But it took my mind off the pain. Like, if my sex was painful, and the harder and crazier it was kind of like the more you beat me up, the more you slap my face, the more violent you are to me. Like, maybe I deserve this. And that was my new life. And I remember hating when clients would say, I love you, Angela.
What are you talking about, clients? I don't get this. This is not corn. This is being a prostitute. Now, number 1, I came into this wanting to have empathy and sympathy, but now you're just making a clown out of yourself.
I'm like, please, anything but that. You can do anything to my body, but do not say that you love me.
Boston.
Love was a word that messed me up big time.
Your parents didn't say I love you?
Pop as many pills as I could get my hands on, and then just drink and drink and drink, trying to overdose. When I would wake up from my suicide attempts, I would get drunk, and like it was that realization that I hated who I became. I hated money, and it was killing me. And at the very end, I called my parents when I said, I really messed up. That was the night my parents answered the phone. So through recovery, my parents have been there.
Oh, okay.
When I traded in porn, I got my family back. Now we talk every single day.
That's lucky. Lucky.
There is nothing
She got them big ass hoop earrings in. You know what that means. She likes the blacks. Let me close this window, my bad.
That is worth the life I chose. Now that I'm out of the industry, I want to be a wife.
You want to be a what? Hold on. Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. Maybe my headphones. You want to be a...
Now that I'm out of the industry, I want to be a wife. And I want to be a mother.
No. You eat Pizza Hut on the weekdays during the daytime. It was like 1 o'clock. You eat Pizza Hut during the day on styrofoam plates with no... Did you notice that her kitchen didn't have a dish rack? Did you notice that? Because she doesn't do the dish. She spends her money on styrofoam and paper plates with probably plastic forks. What sane American doesn't have a dish rack? Where are you drying your dishes? Oh, let me guess. In the dishwasher machine? Let's go back to that kitchen. That lovely kitchen. Hold on. Let's see what happened. You only got one thing. Where's the dish rack? Oh, here? Right here? So you dry your... That's not a dish rack. Oh, that little cloth. Some people do dry their dishes on that little cloth right here that you see. No decorations, no art, just them fake tulips. This is not a dish rack. You don't dry your dishes like that. That's not good for the wood. This is not even surprising at all. Not even surprising. Look, she got the cabinet open. Oh, my grandma would have slapped your little hands for that. Let's go. You want to be a wife?
That was the night my parents...
Man, I don't care.
My parents...
Shut up.
And I want to be a mother.
No, you don't. Adopt.
And
Don't even do
one
that.
thing that I really want is I want to be a friend. I want the truth to be known about porn.
We know the truth. We know the truth. Yeah. Don't have a baby with her. She eats Pizza Hut during the day. She eats Pizza Hut during rush hour, and she doesn't even have a job. But it is what it is. At least she looks like she doesn't work. She probably doesn't work at a call center. She probably doesn't work. She probably just made the correct investments at some point. So out of all those 15 decisions that she already made within 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, because the video is 5 minutes, it's going to have all these little different soft messages. You don't need to be... This was 12 years ago. She looked like she was about 35 back then. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. I think you just need to be a counselor or something like that. But hopefully she's doing much better. Probably not. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Life's in the bread. Breathe it in. Peace. Gang.